Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes on this fine Thursday morning. Shona Robinson has a problem. It's a 1.5 billion with a B problem. It's the black hole in the finances that she's got to try and solve before she does the budget at the end of the year. She literally hasn't got a clue. But we can see the extent of her worry because after the MSPs return to Holyrood after their summer break, Shona will be giving a speech to Parliament about the finances before John Swinney's speech as First Minister. This goes against what normally happens. Normally it's the First Minister gets up and gives the first speech. But apparently the problems are so deep that he needs her to go in first to take all the flack so that it doesn't look so bad when he gets up. Because it absolutely is. Now, you've got a finance secretary with an IQ of 86 and problems that require a lot of big thinks. So how do we think this is going to work out? Pretty badly, I suspect. She's already banned what she's calling unnecessary spending. And that's a joke because one of the things they are continuing with is unnecessary spending. They're not allowing things like the Scottish child payment to be increased. They're not going to raise the 2-child cap. They're not going to allow the winter payment for pensioners. They're banning free laptops. They're banning cancelling free laptops, free iPads, which would be bad news, of course, for Michael Matheson. They're abandoning the free bicycles pledge. All these things. They are still, of course, paying for Angus Robison to travel the world first class, and they're still paying for the pretendy embassies and all that sort of thing. So, it can't be all bad for them. They must still have some money, but they've got all these public sector pay rises to pay for. And boy, can they not afford that. And of course, they've already got the blame game up and running. It's all Westminster's fault. Yes, it's Westminster's fault. We are cutting the winter fuel payment to pensioners, even though we can well afford it. If only we hadn't given all that money abroad to all those other countries, perhaps. Who knows? Perhaps if we weren't spending money on all those embassies, as I say, and things like that. It's a very difficult position to make, isn't it? What do you spend it on? The people who need it or the people who want it, who don't need it? Hard decisions. It is by our decisions, of course, that we are judged. And in Shona Robison's case, I think she's going to be judged harshly. 17 years the SNP have run and ruined the economy. They've ignored all the signs that it's falling. They've chosen to ignore the problems they've created and instead ploughed on with ideology over common sense. And now all the cows are coming home. And it's not good. It is absolutely not good. The Scottish Fiscal Commission is critical. It's shooting down all the plans that Robison and Swinney have for going forward. They're saying they're unworkable, unfeasible, and just won't benefit anything. Meanwhile, the 1.5 billion is only for this year, of course. In total, it's about 23 billion pounds black hole and growing. And she literally hasn't got a clue. Now, she's also going to issue warnings because they've got to get this out early so people can and taste it, gaslighting it. So warnings about a very harsh budget to come. And again, that has to be gaslighted. That's all got to be out there. And she's letting them all know that she's going to squeeze every single department, health, justice, education, transport, and that the only department they're not going to squeeze, of course, is independence, because that's the important one. That must never, ever be squeezed. Odd, isn't it? But there we go. And of course, it's always Westminster's fault, or Brexit, or COVID, or aliens. It's never the fault of the SNP. Oh, no siree, Bob. Old Shona Robison and a huge 86 IQ have got all the problems sorted. And going forward, everything will be grand. If you believe that, I've got a camper band to tell you. Thanks very much. Bye.